Good morning, students. May I have your attention, please, for this morning's announcements?
See your shirt is untucked.
Your homework is due every single day. That's why it's homework.
I will be calling your
Hey,
parents.
what's going on here? No running in school. I'm going to tell your coach about
I
this.
said that's enough, both of you. Out in the hall.
Welcome to Out in the Hall. I'm Ryno, and that is the Willy Mammoth. We're still in North Carolina,
We are.
as you could see.
We've had lovely weather.
Unbelievable weather.
Unbelievable weather. Today, particularly, is.
I don't know if you can see. It's remarkable.
I'd love to get into a point in my life where I can just chase the weather.
People do that.
I know. Like, oh, we're going here for 2 months because it just happens to be 75
You
degrees
just
every day.
chase 70.
You just chase 70 to 75
That would be incredible.
with like a low of like in the mid 60s at night.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a dip into the 50s to get a fire going.
You can still get a fire going in the 60s.
Sure.
Keep the mosquitoes away.
While we've been up here, I have definitely turned. We have a gas fireplace in the house we're staying in.
All right.
I've definitely turned the AC down so I can run the fire.
Oh,
You know what that is?
not environmentally conscious of
That's the beauty of a rental.
Jesus Christ.
Not my problem. But no, it's great. We've been hanging out together as families.
Kids, we're doing something this afternoon.
Yep, we got something scheduled this afternoon.
Be nice.
The kiddos and the moms together.
It should be a good time.
And it's been fun up here. Been having a great time. Nice little vacation.
I feel like I should have a beer right now. Would that be nice?
I can arrange that.
Right?
I mean, I don't really like beer. I think we went over this last episode.
I know.
It's just so bloaty. I had a burger for lunch.
I get it. I
Maybe
like
we'll
how
get you a beer.
You know what I do like about coming out to lunch here and that you had ordered for us is you just naturally assumed that I wanted the French fries and that you got the bowl of fruit.
Correct.
I don't know what would have given you that assumption. It's messed up.
There's nothing funny about someone having a strawberry stuck in their beard, but a little French fry.
Do I?
No, but you
Oh.
could have.
All right.
You ready to start passing notes?
Oh, yeah. Let's pass notes.
Because that's
It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
That's what it's called now.
Okay.
Pass the notes.
Yeah.
I got a couple good ones. Billy from Long Island. Fellas, I can see how Matt made the mistake with the Vanderbilts and Rockefellers. They both do own massive mansions. The Rockefellers estate, however, is in Sleepy Hollow, New York. It's called Kikuit, Kykuit, Kikuit.
Getting a little fact check here.
Yep. Thanks, Billy. John D. Rockefeller was the first to live there as he built it, but 4 generations have lived there in total. It is, however, much smaller than a Biltmore house with only 40 rooms. The Biltmore house has over 240 rooms. Do you guys know what other notable person is from Sleepy Hollow?
The Headless Horseman.
Yeah, do you know his name?
No.
Ichabod Crane.
Wouldn't have gotten that.
I did. I knew it.
Why'd you know that?
I just know the legend of Sleepy Hollow and Ichabod Crane. I feel like it was a cartoon at one point.
Okay.
Anyway, he goes on to say, love the pod. Keep doing it for us. All right. We will, Billy. Thank you for the fact check. Anna from Mobile, Alabama. Matt and Ryan, I recently found your podcast and it's become part of my weekly routine. I have laughed all the way through the episodes, but this last one made me cry.
Oh.
Hearing you guys talk about this project as your creative outlet and how important that is was just, well, amazing. I've had my bouts with depression and sadness, so thank you for your message. I, for one, hope you continue to spread it. You matter. Thank you for making my world better.
This angle, I get a nice, your eye glistens. And it looks like you're tearing up.
Well, I don't know if I'm tearing up,
Well, I don't
but
know.
I appreciate
Yeah, I like that. But I'm just saying, this angle, I can't actually tell if you're crying or not.
I'm not.
Okay.
That would be something that would make me cry, though. I might be pre-crying. All right. Okay.
I got it.
Bryce from Charleston. Love Charleston. Boys, love what you guys are doing here. So fun and so funny. Question for you. Do you guys both wear free fly gear all the time? Being from Charleston, I'm a huge fan of their stuff. You guys should be sponsored. They would love the recognition on your pod. Keep up the funny and keep looking sharp.
Huh.
Well,
We should get sponsored.
I have every intention, I've told Matt this, of reaching out to the free fly folks. To answer your question, Bryce, for me, if I'm not going to a meeting, like for real work, I'm in free fly shirt. Every weekend, most days of the week, I go to the office like this. I love their pants. I'm a fan. Sponsor or not, I'm in.
Well, what did I tell you about the first time that I put on free fly pants?
That you wish you weren't wearing underwear.
It was that comfortable and soft.
Yeah, I'm wearing them right now.
That I wish it was touching every part of my body.
Free fly gear. You'll wish your wiener was touching it.
The only thing better would have been that nice Winnie the Pooh party.
That I don't even get that.
It's just because it's funny.
Well, it's funny.
You just wear a shirt.
That's it.
You can wear shoes.
My grandfather, who died a few years ago, was an architect. He designed all the clubhouses and buildings at a nudist colony in
Okay.
Central Florida.
Okay.
And so every time he had to do a new building, he'd have to go out, visit the site. Well,
Right.
naturally, there were nudists there.
Yeah.
And he got the biggest kick out of it because you would pull up and it would be freezing cold. Like in the wintertime, people were playing tennis with just a sweatshirt and shoes on.
Oh,
Like, just put on some freaking pants, man. Like, it's okay to go one that we get it.
it's cold.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You know, a lot of those places, I think, are not nudist optional. So if you're there, you have to be naked.
I don't think so. I don't think the staff is nude.
No, I understand that. But I'm just saying, I could be completely wrong on that.
Okay, Billy from LA sounds suspect.
Lower Alabama?
No,
Oh.
Los Angeles.
Oh.
Guy, does that sound suspicious?
The whale's vagina?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, I produce some of the biggest podcasts that are out right now. This is Billy. Billy is friend of the pod. He is our like senior
I think
producer.
he just owns, he's a co-owner of the company.
Co-owns
Podify.
Podify that we obviously do our podcast in accordance with. All right, he's funny. Guys, I produce some of the biggest podcasts out right now. I have to say, you guys are really onto something. I've really enjoyed listening and hearing more from you both. You guys make me laugh really hard. To the moon, Billy from LA. All right, Billy.
We're on our way, Billy.
Hi, guys. This is Jared from Bozeman, Montana. That's my stomping grounds. Not a long message here. Matt, thank you for sharing your story about losing your dad. I went through a similar situation in my life and ended up making some bad choices. Once I hit rock bottom, I got help, pulled myself out of the gutter. I've always loved fly fishing, and so I started guiding people. In the last 5 years, I've grown to one of the biggest guides in Montana. I appreciate your message and, of course, the laughs. You matter.
We got two supportive notes.
I don't think I have anything negative this week.
That's a W. Hey, can I get that password?
Oh, I'll give it to you as soon as we're done.
Yeah, you haven't given it to me yet.
No, but I will. The thing is, when I tell you, you'll be like, oh, I could have guessed that.
I'm going to start promoting an alternative email address.
Oh, yeah. By the way, what is our email address for now?
Nope.
outinthehallpod@gmail.com. Outinthehallpod@gmail.com.
I'm not promoting these.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not promoting till I get the password.
This is Paul from Dallas,
Oh, you have
Texas.
another one.
Yeah, and it's a little long,
Oh,
and it's worth every second.
Okay.
Paul from Dallas, Texas writes us, Matt, I feel you on the pee-pee story. Well, I don't, but my wife does. My wife was recently on a flight from Amsterdam to Dallas. She was sitting window, and there was a very large and very obnoxious couple sitting middle of an aisle. Throughout the flight, they continued to drink and drink and drink, and probably had 5 drinks each. Finally, the flight attendants cut them off. Then they reached into their carry-on where they had a bottle of whiskey or bourbon that they must have bought in the duty-free store in the airport. My wife gave a face of disapproval, but they were so mean and so drunk that she didn't want to make a scene by alerting the flight attendants. They drank the entire bottle in about an hour. As you could imagine, they both passed out shortly after. They slept for at least 6 hours.
Deep sleepers, these folks.
I think they were just bombed. At one point, the man on the aisle peed himself, still passed out. Shortly after, the woman in the middle peed herself, still passed out.
Oh, they're made for each other.
He says this was, in all caps, a lot of pee. Now the flight attendants were aware as the empty bottle rolled down the aisle. My wife was completely stuck as they could not wake these people up, and there was no way she could get out of her seat. She had to pee so bad, she had no choice but to pee in her seat. Needless to say, the airline took care of us in a big way. He says in parentheses, I can't talk about the details. And both the people were arrested once they landed in Dallas. The entire plane cheered as the cops came on the plane and removed them, still soaked with pee. Keep up the laughs. Love your stuff, Paul from Dallas. You writing that down?
No, reminded me of another story that if I don't write it down, now you look like you're crying.
I'm laughing really hard at the pee-pee story. That's all the passing notes I got today.
Okay. You sorted a bunch.
Every week there's more and more.
I like it.
What have you been up to lately?
So I'm a boat owner.
I know.
You were there.
It's a great boat.
It's a great boat. It's an older ski boat. And bought it through a dealership. It wasn't like it was a private party sale, but it was like a boat broker
Right.
that I bought it through. And it's just, like I said, a ski boat. We got a little
Yacht broker.
tiny, yeah, but this isn't a yacht.
Right.
Little tiny lake house in the tiny cabin in the center part of the state that's on a lake, a private lake, which is great. And there's never any like game wardens or anything like that, cops,
Right.
out there screwing around on your lake. There's no public access to it, which is nice. And so we're going to tow the boat up here because we rented a place on a lake.
Yep.
And just dock it here. So I go to the, I bought this boat in 2021.
Okay.
And go to the registrar's office to get it registered. Or not to get it registered, to like renew my registration. I want a tag for the side of the boat, a sticker
Sure.
for the side of the boat. It was out of date. And they informed me that the boat wasn't in my name. Never transferred the title. They sent it to me, I guess, but I just assumed it was going to be like a car dealership.
Where they just handle it.
Yeah, they just handle it and you just get a title in the mail.
Right.
Right? Here, what I guess they did was they mailed it to me, but being so inconsistent and disorganized, I just didn't even open the package. Apparently, there's a signed title in there. Well, since we're doing some work on that lake house, I have everything in a pod in like a storage facility, and the title's in that pod.
Sure.
I don't know how to get to it. So I'm currently driving around an untitled boat to me.
Well, that should work perfect because it's not busy up here at all, and there's not a million people on that lake at all.
So every single time I've taken my children out, sort of playing roulette. Now, I don't know what the penalties or rules would be. We are in North Carolina, not Florida. So I don't know if they have access to like the registry. I could be like, I just didn't do it yet.
Yeah.
I just bought the
I
boat.
would tell the guy I just bought the boat.
Yeah. I do have insurance on it. So,
Yeah, I would say, hey, I just bought this.
but it was fun to walk in there and for the guy to tell me that it wasn't my boat.
That's funny.
What have you been up to lately?
Well, let me show you. I've arrived.
You've been shopping for readers.
I just got a pair of readers, and I got news for you. I can't put them on my headphones. They've changed my life.
Oh,
I was tying flies for the kids the other day, and Matt, for the life of me, I couldn't, how little they are. I had to get one of the kids. I'm like, can you, I couldn't even thread the tippet or the leader through the eye hole of the fly. I couldn't see it. And I left there, and I'm a reader's guy now. These have a blue blocking. I don't know if that even does anything.
I think the blue light's supposed to be bad for you. I just noticed on my laptop that it said low blue light special. I don't know. That it's like emits less blue light than normal.
Well, that's nice.
I don't seem to have a problem with that, but
I still nursing this ankle.
oh yeah, from your pickleball accident.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't even playing pickleball. It was after I was done playing pickleball.
But still part of the pickleball experience.
Indeed.
You had to get on and off the court.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to leave at some point. Can't pickle all day. It's way better. Still hurts.
Okay.
I was getting dressed the other day to go play golf with my son.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how I know it's time to start losing weight again. Because I'm getting dressed in shorts and a golf shirt.
Right.
That's it. With golf shoes.
Very appropriate.
Okay. To go play golf.
Yeah.
And I was breathing like I was getting ready to go snow skiing. I was breathing so heavy. You would think I was putting on gloves, bibs, long
Ski
johns,
pants. Like,
ski pants,
Just snow gear.
all the gear. Just like,
Well, and you're at altitude too. So you go,
and like, like you go to put your socks on, you kind of like,
well, you do it inside.
yeah, well, then you
Yeah.
blow up. So I got to have readers, and I can't put my socks on anymore, and I'm 42 years old. I almost passed out wearing that, just doing that just a minute ago. But it's time to get back in the pool.
You're a big swimmer guy. You like to swim.
I love it. And there was a period when I lost 50 pounds in 8 months in the pool. I swam every single day. I'm swimming a mile and a half every single day. I don't think I missed a day. Maybe I did like on a,
They had you have a heated pool?
yeah, I swam inside. So it didn't even matter if it was raining.
Where would you do that? The Y?
No, there's one right by my office. It's called the RDV. It's like a big workout.
Got it. Indoor pool is nice.
It's 3 minutes from my office.
I'll tell you what happens though at some of these indoor pools is the chlorine can be so overwhelming. You like
It's not that way in
but
here.
you walk in. You know what I'm talking about though?
Oh yeah, if you walk in the
It-
pool like a Hampton Inn or something.
It just burns your
Oh,
eyes.
it's awful.
You
No.
can't. You can't.
No, that program was so good. I have another pool where I could swim to at a place we belong, but I know people there.
Right.
And the reason I loved going to the health club or whatever you call it, the health spa,
Is
or
it
whatever,
because you wear Speedos and you
I don't wear
wanna-
the short one. I wear the long one. They call them jammers. Yeah, I wear Capri Speedo.
Again, nothing wrong with that. Right? No.
I wear the Speedos look like bicycle shorts.
I just got back from the Bahamas, and to play a trick, kind of a funny joke on everybody that I was with, I had purchased a new pair of brief Speedos
Oh, okay.
and wore them all day, just relentlessly
Did your
on the
thighs get sunburned like crazy?
No. I went 50 sport, copper
Okay.
tone sport. You
Yeah.
know, so and
Good product.
it probably gives you cancer, but
So does the sun.
Probably.
So
I get it. I know.
I don't. But the reason I like to go to this indoor pool is I don't know anybody there. And I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't care what people see me in a Speedo. I don't care about, well, I guess I don't care. But it's not about that. It's about I can get in there, get changed. I walk in with my goggles. I have underwater headphones.
You like those things?
They're awesome.
Yeah. What do you listen to when you swim?
Podcasts. I listen to I listen to podcasts, or sometimes I'll put on like a playlist. It's connected to my phone. It's Bluetooth. It's not MP3, so I can it's dynamic. I can change whatever I want. For years, I only had the MP3 one, so it's the same music playlist over and over and over. That would wear you out.
Yeah. I've been working out to like 80s and 90s workout music.
Oh, kind of like the stuff that didn't make it on the Jock Jams record. They just put it on the workout stuff.
It's more rocky, like rockish.
Okay.
Then I
Give me an example of a song that might be on there.
oh
Here I am.
yeah. Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
For example, the 2000s are full of a lot of like kind of really Eminem's hard, kind of hardcore-y stuff,
Mhm.
which I don't really. That didn't really falls into it's rap.
Right.
It's not like a category.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and stark difference in music between the 80s and 90s.
You think?
Swung
All synthesizers in the 80s and big rock and big loud
big
stuff.
hair,
Big hair.
big hair.
Big drug problems.
I think that continued.
Probably did.
Probably still does.
I think it does today.
Yes.
To
Well,
this day, it does.
sometimes the creative class
Looking for an outlet.
getting a little creative.
Yep.
You know, with their
Looking
habits.
for a
Self-medicator
self-soothing, self-medicator.
to really get rid of their demons.
Mm-hmm. Hide them anyway.
Yeah, at least for a minute.
I get it. I mean,
Oh, you got some demons?
sure.
Oh.
We going dark again?
No.
Two pods in a row.
No minors here. No minor chords here.
Keep the G's and the C's, man.
What do you have for show and share today?
Oh, okay. For show and share, I found this, and I want to read it to you. It is called 5 Psychology Facts
Oh,
About Joking.
okay.
Okay. And I'm pulling it up right now. I'm going to read them to you.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, intelligence and creativity. The ability to generate and appreciate jokes is associated with higher levels of intelligence and creativity. Joking involves making connections between seemingly unrelated ideas and finding unexpected humor in those connections. Emotional regulation. Joking can help regulate emotions by providing a release of tension or stress. It allows individuals to cope with difficult or uncomfortable situations by finding humor in them.
Okay.
Number 3, social bonding. Joking serves as a way to strengthen social bonds. Sharing humor can relate a sense of camaraderie and promote a positive social atmosphere. That's what we're doing here.
Right.
I mean,
Positivity.
positivity
Minus
and bonding.
minus your last.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Now we're going dark again.
Oh man.
Yeah. Psychological defense mechanism.
Okay.
Joking can function as a defense mechanism, allowing individuals to protect themselves from uncomfortable or threatening situations. It can provide a way to deflect criticism or deal with sensitive topics in a more lighthearted manner. I guess that's kind of like why people also laugh when, like, they get uncomfortable,
Yeah,
but they're not joking. They're like,
I could see that. Sometimes it's easier to just have the conversation.
sure,
Yeah.
but it's more fun if you can joke about it.
Joke about it after.
Yeah,
Joke about it after the conversation.
I get the defense mechanism piece, big time.
Right.
And then finally, health benefits. Laughter resulting from joking has several health benefits. It can reduce stress, boost the immune system, and release endorphins, which are natural mood-enhancing chemicals in the brain.
Wow.
So joking around
Yep.
is good for you.
Healthy.
It is. It is healthy for you, and it's fun.
I'm having fun.
I'm having a blast. I'm already laughing.
My show and share is actually a personal story.
All right.
All right.
Settle in, everyone.
Yeah. Coming up here, a week or so ago and 2 weeks, something like that. And nothing against South Carolina as a state. I think it's a wonderful state. The roads in South Carolina could be some of the worst in the country. The interstate system there, it is.
It's not.
Oh,
It's Mississippi.
that doesn't count.
Oh, fair enough.
That's like saying the roads are worse in like Arkansas. Like, I got it.
They're awful, but also bad there. I've driven through that.
I got it.
It's terrible.
But
South Carolina, tough.
yeah, I mean, it's an East Coast state.
A lot of traffic through there.
A lot of traffic, and they have not widened the roads. I mean, it is just driving up 26 to Columbia is like one of the worst things in
Oh,
the
because
world.
you came up 95.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we decided to go jet over at Savannah on 16 and come up kind of through some of these smaller towns in Georgia. Beautiful, beautiful ride. Super, super happy I did it. See a lot of old barns and churches and things
Yeah,
like
right.
that, right? And we come up on this one church, and I'm like, oh, boys, look, old church coming up, right? Because I could see the steeple sort of over the hill. And I got there, it was a new church, just sort of an old looking steeple. But then there was an old cemetery right next to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my 8-year-old is like, hey, Dad, you know anybody in there?
You're in the middle of nowhere.
You
He
know
like takes his iPad down. He's like, "Are we visiting some?
Yeah. Who do you know that's buried there?
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
We're going to the mountains."
I don't know anybody that's buried there, but he was just expecting me to know someone
Sure.
that was buried there.
Because they don't know.
They don't know.
They ask a billion questions a
It
day.
goes along with the last episode, right?
Yep.
Like that, but he's an 8-year-old, so we're right. Yeah,
He only asked half as many.
yeah, probably about now. In fairness, his mother is the one that bears the brunt of those questions. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mom. I mean, I'm glad that he's asking us,
Right.
and not somebody else,
Right.
But anyways, just interesting how kids'
That's funny.
minds work. Who you know in there?
That's funny.
Yeah. All right, my pop quiz for the day.
Okay.
Vending machines.
Love how we're getting into our we're settling into our routine here and
Yeah.
vending machines.
Who would you say is the bigger villain out there? Vending machines or sharks?
What kills more people?
What is portrayed as a much more sinister thing?
Sharks.
Right. Jaws. Right. What would you say the ratio is of deaths caused by vending machine to deaths caused by sharks?
Well, I think it's got to be vending machines is more, otherwise you wouldn't bring it up.
Well,
But I never would have thought of it.
for every death that is caused by a vending machine worldwide, how many deaths are caused by sharks?
I'm going to throw a number out there, and I'm going to say,
Or let's just reverse that. For every shark death.
yeah, I'm going to say there's 150 shark deaths a year.
Okay, I'm just thinking of a ratio.
Right. Okay. And then I'm going to say that there's probably, how do you die from a vending machine? Maybe it falls on you.
Or electrocutes you,
Oh,
or
but not like, you're not saying like you ate so many Andy Capp's hot fries.
No. The actual machine kills you. You know what else could be a reason? You know how you get mad when it gets right on the edge there and it doesn't come down?
And you shake it.
And you shake it or you punch it, and your hand goes through and you
Slice a vein or
slash your
something.
wrist.
Yeah.
Could be a possibility.
I would say the ratio is 1-to-1.
Okay. 4 vending machine deaths annually to every single shark death.
Do we know how many shark deaths there are?
I don't. I just know the ratio.
What do you think the global average of shark deaths are a year?
100.
Less.
Oh, real reverse pop quiz here. 50.
Less.
20.
Less.
10.
Less.
Wow. Single digits. Okay.
5.
5. A lot of maiming, though, that goes on.
Well, that's a different story. Looks like there's about 72 annual shark attacks on humans.
Not that many.
No, but what I would just learn from this is that 20 people a year die from a vending machine. I guess you're right. I think it's probably, maybe it's a guy taking one off a truck to reload it.
Falls on a guy.
Falls on a guy.
Yeah.
The brakes on his hand truck go. Could you imagine that?
Starts tumbling down a hill.
Or maybe, I like the rocking thing.
The rocking thing, yeah, just falls on you.
Yeah. You're going to get those.
Doritos.
You're getting them.
I mean, you paid for them.
You did pay for them.
You might as well get them.
You might as well get them.
What's your pop quiz?
Oh, you're gonna like this. This was tailor made for you. You'll probably get it. We did a pop quiz, or maybe it was a show and share a few weeks ago about Coke and how people will pay. It's the product
More
that people,
per ounce.
to get less of.
Right.
Right. The first Coke was bottled in 1894.
Okay.
Okay. I was born in 1981.
Okay.
What's older, me or Diet Coke? You're a big Diet Coke guy.
I like Diet Coke.
It's so gross.
I know. It's a guilty pleasure. Diet Coke is older.
1982.
Was when it was invented.
I am older than Diet Coke.
Huh.
Would you ever guess that?
No.
I would have said, honestly, before I did this research, and it was extensive, by the way. No, I took it.
Unlike me.
I took it very seriously.
I got it.
If you had asked me that on the street, I would have said mid 70s. Kind of a fitness craze. People were like, trying to get
That's right, like Suzanne Summers and
Yeah, like that's when
Jane Fonda.
yeah, yes.
They were doing. Oh, this came up the other day to me. What was the thing that they used to? The Thigh Master.
Yeah, the thigh
They
mat.
put that in the-
Jazzercise.
Jazzercise. Yes.
That-
Step class.
Yes, like that was kind of a late 70s, I think, early 80s thing. I would have thought for sure. I would have said 1976 and then let the fitness craze catch up to it.
What's that movie with Jamie Lee Curtis and John Travolta, where they're like in some sort of like he's young, like just after Grease, sort of age, and she's like an exercise teacher, and he's like in those really short gym shorts, doing like some like.
Oh,
Jamie Lee Curtis was quite the sex icon for
You think?
a little bit.
absolutely.
Yeah, good looking woman still.
Is it called Perfect?
Maybe what year is that?
1985.
Sounds right.
Yeah, this is it. I'm looking at the images here. We got a lot of. He's in the little short shorts. And
Aren't those really short?
bro, like nut huggers.
Man,
Those things are short.
he's in some commercials here recently.
My favorite movie with her is True Lies.
Oh,
Have you seen the Arnold thing on Netflix? There's a 3-part Arnold Schwarzenegger
no, I haven't seen it.
documentary. It's very good.
Is it?
I'm in the middle of almost done with the second one. It's
Is
very
do
good.
they talk about the True Lies filming?
She's in it, and she talks about just like what a pro Arnold was. That guy was a freaking movie star. He was the #1 movie star in the world at one point.
Big time.
Big time. I won't ruin it for you or
Good looking guy.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Still is. I mean, obviously he's fit, but I mean,
He's very fit for his age. Extremely fit for his age. How old? He's got to be in his 70s.
I think it probably told us. I think he's like 68 or 69.
Right.
I don't think he's 70.
Okay.
He may be a little younger than that. But again, won't ruin it. But what I found interesting was there was a very real competition and pretty much disdain between Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. They're like buddies now.
Yeah.
But back in the 80s, 90s, they couldn't be in the same room together.
Because they were like just competing for every action movie script.
Totally. And again, not to ruin it, but Stallone is interviewed in the documentary and says, if I killed 10 guys in this movie,
And Rambo.
yeah, Arnold had to go out and kill 20.
Wow. Really? It was like that.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. You know who I would have thought had that competition going with Arnold would have been Lou Ferrigno
Oh, really?
from the Hulk. They compete against each other in like bodybuilding competitions.
Yeah, but I don't think Lou was near the star that Stallone or Arnold was.
No, he wasn't. But just like I would think from like the bodybuilding days.
Yeah, I mean, Arnold was everything in bodybuilding.
That's still like the perfect image.
He won so much and so often that he basically said, "What else can I do? I can't win anything else. I've won multiple Mr. Universes, Mr. Olympia, Mr. this, Mr. that."
The housekeeper.
He did the housekeeper.
You just asked what else he could do.
They haven't gotten to that. Maybe they do in the 3rd episode.
The son from that fling or situation is gotten into bodybuilding, and now he's like
I believe he looks just like him.
he does look like him.
He looks like a Spanish version of him.
Yeah. Man, that'd be lucky.
I don't think you want to look like this guy.
You don't want to look like Arnold though.
Well, he doesn't look like Arnold.
I've just seen some passing headlines on the news about him getting into the bodybuilding scene. Man, a lot of those bodybuilders, when they get like into their 50s and 60s, like their like joints are completely wrecked.
Oh, I'm sure.
All that heavy weight and muscle.
Yeah, he's not like he's ripped. I don't think he's like a super handsome guy.
Didn't Chris Pratt marry his daughter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
He seems like he talks about his kids like crazy. I mean, like he's a wonderful
Caring,
dad.
caring father.
Yeah. I mean, and really talks very highly of his wife. I guess they're still together.
Maria Shriver.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Who
Okay.
was the niece of John F. Kennedy.
Right. Bobby Kennedy's daughter?
No, Eunice Kennedy's.
Got
Eunice Shriver. Eunice Kennedy was
married
John
to
F.
Shriver.
Correct. Arnold met Maria at a celebrity tennis thing put on by the Kennedy family.
She's a pretty lady.
Maria Shriver?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Pretty lady.
Classy.
Pretty lady.
Watch the thing. It's awesome.
I'm going to get into it. That's a good rec.
You're going to really, and you're on vacation. You got the time.
I would say that the streaming service where I am is
Lacking.
lacking. Yeah.
Well, when I walked in your house this morning, they had no problem watching the Marvel movies.
Oh, that was just on DirecTV.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Disney Plus streaming
No,
thing?
I think they're getting the internet through satellite.
Oh, really?
No, through the phone line.
So if it's like, hey, you guys want to watch a movie?
No, it's not like dial-up like that. They have like high speed through. I don't know how it works.
But it doesn't have the
The juice like a land
yeah.
modem would.
Right.
You know, it's good. It's good that I live without it for a minute.
When we moved to Montana, we only had satellite internet, so it was very limited.
Right.
Like you could only do so much a day, and the thing cut out. So I saved it only for work, for me and my wife,
Right.
and I didn't let the boys stream Netflix or YouTube or anything. 7 months, best time of our life.
Really?
Totally analog. They went outside. That's what we're doing here. Look outside.
Yeah.
How nice it is.
That does sound nice.
Well, Matt, you got anything else we need to talk about?
No, man, I love you.
I love you.